Shed the blame like the sheets from the night before, night before, night before. Started when you told me that you feel alone, feel alone, feel alone. Said he don't look at you like I do. Ooh. Said he never gets you in the mood. When I'm with her, I'm thinking of you. Got my head split into two. I know I shouldn't. This is no good. You say, why we doing this so bad? And I never thought I'd be doing it like this, making me want your ass and your body on me. Swear I might just lose my mind. Swear I might just lose my mind. Cause why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? Why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? Picked up poison that made us tell any lie, any lie, any lie. Started when I told you I was so deprived, so deprived, so deprived. With her I breathe so differently. Ooh. With you I breathe so heavily. When I'm with her I'm thinking of you. Got my head split into two. I know I shouldn't. This is no good. You say, why we doing this so bad? And I never thought I'd be doing it like this, making me want your ass and your body on me. Swear I might just lose my mind. Swear I might just lose my mind. Cause why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? 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 It's so good, and we shouldn't, no we shouldn't, but we do. It's so good, and I couldn't, no I couldn't just leave you. It's so good, and we shouldn't, no we shouldn't, but we do. It's so good, so good, so good. Why we doing it so bad? And I never thought I'd be doing it like this, making me want your ass and your body on me. Swear I might just lose my mind. Swear I might just lose my mind. Cause why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? Why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? Why we doing it so bad, bad, bad? Why we doing it so bad, bad, bad?
At my door, cause they know I'm who they were. Stash that coca in my drawers, hop the fence, I'm on the road. Boy, I came up from the dirt, you don't really want no smoke. Bullets penetrate your dome, and me and the boys pull up tomorrow and do it again, 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 do it again. I'm with the gang, 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 I'm with the gang. She wanna swerve, she want some work, she wanna twerk, she wanna put her hand up on my shirt. I say first come, first serve. Boy, don't play dumb, so you gang bud, no you ain't one. I'm gang gang since day one. Shawty all on me, better wake up, just wake up. You just want your top popped off. Lemonade the drop top off. I know why you niggas fall off. We don't ever stop for no cops.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, baby? It's Bullet Club TV, baby. We're live again. We're live. And today we got a special guest for everybody. Special guest. Hope everybody's ready to watch this. We got a special guest all the way from the USA. We're going to be doing it big, baby. The guy from Luckyline, baby. Luckyline. And from Double D's Bullies, baby. We got him live, baby. In Texas tonight, baby. How's everybody doing? We good? We good? Sweet. Let's get straight into it, baby. Hope you guys are ready. Join in. Let's go. Yo! What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Hope everybody is good. It's Bullet Club TV, baby. We're doing it big. We're doing it big again. What it is? Wololo fresh, baby. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. We are doing it big today. We got a special guest today. I think everybody knows who it is, you know. We're going to bring him in a few. Let me let people join. I see it's like 17 people. Let's get on. We need more people. We need more people up in here. Did everybody enjoy the challenges we did? Huh? We did a couple of challenges. Was nice, you know. Gotta sanitize. I was out in the store today, and I felt like I was dying, man. It looks scary out there, man. Hope everybody's keeping it safe. We had a competition yesterday with all the females, and today we got Katerina still up with Lux. So you guys are still voting out there. Still vote for her or Lux, whichever one you prefer, you know. We got it going on. Shout out to all the females that entered. That was great. We had great competition out there. It wasn't easy for anybody to win, because, I mean, you saw the females with some badass females, man. Some badass females, huh? So, everybody having a good time? Huh? Let's get it going. I'm going to call up Alex right now, and we're going to start the interview. We're going to get it going. I hope everybody's ready for this, huh? Everybody's ready. We're gonna call up Alex, and we're going to talk to him, get your questions together, get all your stuff ready. Let's get it going. You know what you want to ask him, man. You know. So put it together. Let's get it going. Okay. I'm gonna go through, pay my bills, and then we're gonna call Alex right now. Sweet. Yo, what's good? Let me call up Alex right now. Let's get it going, right? Everybody ready? Let's go. Let's get it going. Okay, he's linking up. There we go. What up? What's up? How you doing, homie? You good?
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Staying safe.
Sweet. I'm just gonna give you an introduction, man. You know, I want the people to know who you're talking to right there. Show some respect to this man right here that we got right here. This is the only one and only, man. The guy, the creator, man, of Luckyline, bro. The guy that made Grand Champion Schumacher, man. This is the main man right here. We got Alex Ferraro, baby. Give it up for him. A round of applause, everybody. What? Let's give some hands, baby. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Sweet.
Just so y'all know, I'm just a dude with the dog. I got really lucky with where I'm at with the dogs. It's been a good time, but man, I always keep it humble, brother.
Oh, yeah, no
But
stress, no stress, brother, no stress. How's the weather that side? How's the quarantine? How's all of it, man? It's been a very
man,
weird situation right now.
it's really not that bad. I live in a small town. You know, me and the dogs, we kind of stay off to ourselves. So we've had 3 people infected with COVID-19 in the entire town. So it's not that bad. I'm really just more concerned about the world as far as the economy goes,
Yeah, definitely.
bouncing from the quarantine and the effect of the quarantine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but as far as me, the family, and the dogs, we're all good, staying to ourselves and, practicing proper social distancing. But can't wait to get back to judging some dogs and being a part of some ABKC shows. I love seeing the people.
Definitely, definitely, brother. So, tell me, man. Tell the people, when did you start and how did you get into the bullies?
Okay, so in 2009, I was an active mixed martial arts fighter, fighting on an amateur level, and I came across a clothing brand called Gameness, and they had an American Bully for their logo. And I was like, "What is this dog? What is it? What is this? This isn't a pit bull. What is this?" And he says it's an American Bully. So from there, I found my first American Bully, and I started as a hobbyist. You know, like I was active in the show rings. I was not doing it as a full-time breeder or even breeding more than twice a year, but I just fell in love with the breed. And eventually, as I got deeper into the breed, I fell in love with the breed, the community. I found the exact line that was what I wanted to breed. I specifically wanted a Grand Champion Dax son, but I wanted it to be 50-50, like
Yeah,
Magoo, how he was outcrossed,
yeah,
50% Razor's Edge. Grand Champion G-Train was a 50-50. Lucky was a 50 when I found him. He was exactly what I was looking
yeah,
for.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how I got into it, though, and it just evolved and became what it is today.
Sweet. And then, is it when you got lucky? Did you know already that this dog is gonna be something special, or did it take you some time?
No, no, look, you can ask Mike Meza because Mike Meza from Short Muscle Pits, it's actually Short Muscle Bully Camp now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike produced
Shout
Lucky.
out.
But I told him when I bought Lucky, I said, Mike, I'm going to make this dog is going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
you know, he was like, yeah, he's going to be special. You know, he kind of laughed about it. But when I got him home, I told everybody, I said, this is going to be the next big thing. And a lot of people laughed and they were just like, you're crazy. And honestly, I was just a guy who was in love with his dog. I can't say I knew he was going to do what he did, but I really thought he was going to be something special.
Yeah.
And at 12 months, I felt like I had a special dog on my hands. But by 3 years, he had proven himself as a producer. He had proven himself in the show ring, and he had proven that he was capable of stacking next to any dog on the planet at that point in time. So, you know, shout out to Mike Meza for producing Lucky. You know,
Yeah.
it's 7.5 years later, but credit where credit is due, my brother. And you know, that man paved the foundation I walk on. Without Lucky, I wouldn't have what I have. That dog has done great things for my program.
Fantastic. Let's give a shout out to Mike Meza for producing that dog, man. Lovely, lovely specimen, man. Lovely. So then, what happened? Then you decide, like, you know what, I need to produce a Grand Champions mark now and go to the next level, do something else. But I mean, you already had Lucky, and then you're like, no, I need to still produce something better than that. You know what I mean? So when did you come to that conclusion that you need to do something else?
That's been my goal the whole
The
time
whole time.
was to either keep the same look that Ed Shepherd had 6, 7 years ago. For me, American Bully's gone in so many different directions. There's your exotic movements. There's your American Bullies with exotic features. There's your true American Bullies. You know, it's gone so many different ways. So for me, when I think of a real American Bully, I think of dogs like what Dax, you know, you think of what Grand Champion Dax was producing in his time at his best, his first few years with Ed. You got Cashpot, you got Phenom, you had Lucky, you had Louis V, you had all these dogs that were just standout dogs.
Yeah.
What I liked about them was they still had the strong softball jaws, the 90-degree stop, the wide eye separation, the massive crest, the chest, the shoulders. Like those features are what I breed for.
Yeah.
My twist on it I do outcrossing.
Yeah.
I bring in edge to try and maintain a level top line and a thick rear.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that Razor's Edge lacks. Razor's Edge that come from the camp, from what Dave was producing, from what Cruz was producing, from what the OG's Oscar was producing. What these guys were producing, these edge dogs had massive amounts of bone and head.
Yeah.
And people kind of strayed away from that. So I combined the two to get really thick rears, nice top lines, and the same neck, head, chest, and shoulders that the
Yeah.
Dax line was famous for.
Yeah, I think we just lost you there at the end. The network just kind of cut. Could you please repeat what you were saying about the Razor's Edge blood?
I was just saying the original Razor's Edge blood, like when you think of like Dave Wilson Jard, Cruz, Oscar from the WBA, when you think of this Razor's Edge blood, this blood isn't what people would refer to as reindeers or, lacking dogs. These were dogs that were 100-pound dogs, massive bone, massive head, crazy thick rears. These dogs actually had a lot of them features.
Yeah.
So when combining that with the Dax line neck, head, chest, and shoulders, you get a more complete dog
Yeah. Yeah.
from front to back.
Yeah. And like what's your like what how do you breed the dog in order to make sure like it's still healthy at the same time, it's still breathing well, it's still like able to move? Because I was watching a video of Lucky Luciano earlier, and that boy can move, man. He's moving really nice, and he's very clean.
Oh. To this day, I actually just had a gentleman who's on Instagram come out and shoot videos with him hanging off a rope, hanging from a stick. I do what's called hanging with Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky is still very athletic to this day.
Yeah.
Because he's at the base of my program, I am really lucky to have, not to put a pun on the name or anything, but I'm really lucky to have him as the base of my program because he's very high drive. He produces healthy, very athletic dogs. So with him, I did OFA cardiac certification to make sure he had the heart. We checked his hips, we checked his elbows, and we made sure he was a physically healthy dog. Essentially, we seek the same thing when we're looking into females for personal breeding stock or for breeding out of house. We're looking for females with good movement. We're looking for dogs that are not cow-hawked in the rear, dogs that don't have their elbows out or extremely easty-westy. We look for these features because a lot of people see these features and they scream fire. Oh, that's a fire dog. Man, that's not a fire dog.
No.
It's dwarfism.
Yeah.
Dogs' elbows are bowed out due to dwarf features. There's a written standard on the dogs. So I feel like if as breeders, whether it's me or whether it's you, when we're trying to put two dogs together, we need to look at so much more than just the breed. We need to look at the two dogs in front of us first and foremost and go, do these dogs fit the standards? And do they complement each other at their strong points and at their weak points?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to put dogs that are obviously faulted together and expect that to create the next big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
We're still a new breed, so we're still in the process of building, which means we need to take great care in putting dogs together.
Fantastic, yeah. So, how many times has he, let me rephrase it and say, which production of yours besides Lucky and maybe Grand Championship Mark, which one do you like the most? Do you think people are sleeping on him, they're not seeing the true potential, but you really like him?
Oh, he's got some amazing offspring. There are probably 40 sons I could list off. In fact, 2018, both your champion national winners were Lucky offspring.
Yeah.
Grand champion El Chapo took the champion class at nationals, and champion Lexi Lou took the female champion class at nationals.
Yeah.
He has tons of really nice males. Like I have on my yard alone, I have 5 really nice males off him.
Yeah.
So we have Champion Blue Dream, which any follows my program knows Blue Dream. We have Retribution, which is Lucky meets Louis V. We have Little Demon that's generationally produced on my yard, which is Lucky Demon Boy. But to pick a favorite, I would probably go with some of my bitches.
Okay.
Double D's Utopia, the Lucky daughter.
Yeah.
She went on to produce Grand Championship.
Yeah.
Champion Chloe,
Yeah.
a dog who lives in Australia now, and a female named Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of those dogs was bred multiple times and left their own legacy.
Yeah.
But then aside from that litter, Utopia was bred to Demon Boy and produced Champion Purgatory. She was bred to produce Champion Facebook. So she went on to leave her own legacy and her children. Anything that's off of Grand Champion Shamrock, which has definitely produced a lot of very nice dogs, hundreds. Anything off of him goes back to Utopia. So I'd have to say I'm really proud of her as a production.
Yeah.
As
she's
well as
producing
Double
well.
D Sky, Michael Bearfield. He owns Sky. He took her to Louis V, produced Champion Titan, and a female named Honey who went to Corrupt Blood, and they've done big things with them. So ultimately, I look at some of the females that I've produced because Lucky is a dominant female producer.
Yeah.
Anybody knows Lucky's got 40, 50 sons that are nice, but he's got about 400 or 500 daughters that will stand next to any male on the planet and give them a run for their money.
Definitely.
He's a female producer.
Sweet. I just want to ask the people if they are able to hear you and see you, because I'm seeing a little bit of a signal problem. Like, in case they're not, then I'm just gonna call you back again. So guys, just tell me in the comment section if you guys can hear and see him properly. If not, then I'm just gonna recall him again. Just comment in the comments there if you can't hear him or anything. I just want to make sure everybody's getting the all the knowledge. I'm just waiting for the comments to see if they can hear me and stuff. And this is the dog he's been talking about over here. That's Lucky Luciano over there. That's one of his productions. Fantastic. Okay, they're saying they can hear you well, so we can continue with the thing.
Okay.
You will continue. Yeah, sweet. And then when you came up with Grand Champion Shimang now, at what time did you notice that what this is the dog, man? At what age do you see that, or do you see it from a young age?
Okay. I didn't see the potential in Shamrock.
Oh,
and
interesting.
me and my partner, we at 7 months, he went through a funny stage.
Yeah.
And we're like, he'll probably never keep up with his father. Biggest mistake. But we could not have sent, the dog ended up being sold to Arthur Touche Lassiter. Arthur is an awesome guy. He's done great promoting the dog. I probably couldn't have promoted the dog better myself. So he couldn't have been in better hands. But believe me, I kick myself frequently for not hanging on to him past that stage. So I do stress to new breeders, give your dogs time.
Yeah.
Do a breeding, and if at 7 months, 8 months, they're not looking so good, wait till 9, 10, 11 months.
Yeah.
I keep almost all of my litters until they hit a year for 2 reasons.
Mm-hmm.
A, to make sure I don't sell the wrong one, and B, to make sure what I'm selling is quality.
Yeah.
If you ask me for a pocket, at a year I can tell you this is a pocket.
Yeah.
But if somebody promises a pocket when it's a puppy, they really can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
Because there's a such thing as throwback genetics. They could go back to a standard in the pedigree.
Okay.
Shamrock's a great example of that. All of his litter mates are 13 and 14 inches, and Shamrock is an 18-inch dog with a 27-inch head and 107 pounds.
Very interesting.
But all of his sisters are pocket tanks.
Yeah.
But in his pedigree, he's 2 times Lucky, so he's 2 times Easy Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Easy Rider's a big dog, and the pedigree going back 3 generations goes back to Xena, Champion, Jamba Juice, Tonka SS, Rock, and Ruby. All big standards. Shamrock pulled from the standard side. So, like, if I had promised somebody when he was a puppy, this dog is going to be a small pocket, I would have been lying.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really know. So I do everything until it's about a year to make sure it is what I think it's going to be. And then I don't get rid of the wrong thing, because I sold them going on to make foundations. And I'm glad they went on to do what they did, but there's some days I look at them and go, oh my God, why did I get rid of that dog?
Yeah.
But as part of being,
Yeah, exactly. So you're saying that you would recommend for people to keep their dogs longer before selling them, basically, like
if they're breeding for their program,
Yes.
if you're breeding for yourself, And I breed 100% for myself.
Yeah.
I keep first and second pick off of everything, both male and female,
Yeah.
just to make sure I get the right litter. And sometimes I'll keep whole litters. Like I've got 2 litters right now. I kept 6 puppies out of 6 puppies.
Yeah.
But I breed for my program.
Yeah.
But if that's not the thing, obviously people will want to sell puppies sooner. Me personally, I have land and don't mind keeping multiple litters just to make sure I get the right dog now, because I spent a lot of time getting ready to become a judge.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in active ring for the last 2 years. I've kind of spent my time judging, traveling the world, getting to, build relationships on international levels. However, I've got a lot of really nice up-and-comers for the show ring that I want to bring out over the next year that will be part of my, because first and foremost, my heart and soul was in being a part of the community and being a breeder. So I'm really excited to bring new breedings to the table and have some new productions to hit the show ring this next year.
Fantastic. That's it's a very interesting thing. I've been doing a lot of interviews, and I haven't actually had anybody say that about keeping them for so long and so forth, so you can make sure they're exactly what you're looking for, And then so, at what age is then the cutoff to say, like, this dog is not going to make it? It's not, like, looking the way you want it to look.
For me, if that, and this is, some people say, oh, trust the blood, they pop late. Between 9 and 12 months.
9 and 12 months.
Like Shamrock, for example, at 7 months, I didn't think he was impressive.
Yeah.
At 9 months, actually asked who it was. I walked past him and was like, who is that? He said, Shamrock. I was like, no. Oh, my God. Really? Oh, man. I quit.
Yeah.
I give up. I am a horrible pick at making my picks. What is wrong with me? But no. So now, between 9 and 12 months, if they've got it, they've got it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they don't.
They don't.
It's a straightforward answer.
Yeah.
Usually by 12, if it's impressive, it'll be impressive. And if it's not, I'll try again.
Definitely. Okay, so 9, you heard it over here from Alex himself, guys. 9 to 12 months. If your dog is not looking impressive, it's not the one. It's definitely not the one.
That's my blood. That's with heavy Dax line blood. Yeah. Like some Razor's Edge blood takes a little longer to pop. I have seen some dogs look amazing from 2 to 3 years old.
Yeah.
But usually tell by looking at a 9 to 12-month-old and go, that's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
Or that's a she-male. Or you can go, it's looking good, but, may not be what I want.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that you should have very strong males and females.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to compensate for weak females, so you want to have strong males and females in your camp.
Definitely. So, I heard you talking about outcrossing and stuff. What's your take on line breeding and inbreeding?
Oh boy, that's a big question. So the coefficient of inbreeding chart, the COI, and I do like line breeding if done properly.
Okay.
Inbreed, I will inbreed father-daughter one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we see dogs like Shamrock and Blue Dream that are 2 times lucky coming or being used in my camp. I do 2 times, and then I do a strong outcross. I go to a blood that complements trait specifically and complements feature-wise, but has nothing to do pedigree-wise. Not necessarily scatterbred, but a firm outcross. Like, I like Rock and Ruby blood. I like Razor's Edge blood. I like dogs that have the features to bring it. Because here's the thing. Okay? If you shrink your gene pool down too much, you're not going to produce nice dogs. If you are pedigree stacking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a dog, for every positive trait that you've doubled every negative trait.
Yeah.
So you're going to produce a bunch of train wrecks. You might get one nice dog. That's the thing. When you line breed, you have a good chance of more consistency. When you inbreed pedigree stack so heavily, there is a shot in the dark that you might produce one dog that's worth a damn, and the rest are probably going to have every negative feature. For me as a breeder, I don't want to do that. So
with Lucky, I even started the Lucky line, but I still do 2 times Lucky.
Yeah.
And then I go out, and I open the gene pool back up, and bring in the features that I want, the bone and the head size. And I have the structure already locked in. And then from there, after I produce off of that, I will go back to a Lucky son or a Lucky grandson, which I have several of because I have a full breeding program. But I don't do, like, I will not take an inbred Lucky daughter back to Lucky and then back to Lucky. It's just asking for of health issues.
Yeah.
Even if a dog has a good heart,
Yeah.
if you inbreed it that much, you can get bad hearts.
Yeah,
If a
definitely.
dog has great hips and you inbreed it, man, you're going to bad features. You know, it's just have bad hips if you keep inbreeding. So the thing is I believe in line breeding
Yes.
and selective outcrossing.
Yeah.
Lucky himself is a outcross that is line bred on the bottom. He's Dax, is a complete outcross to the Razor's Edge on the bottom. His bottom is line bred Easy Rider. It's an Easy Rider daughter to an Easy Rider son. So they took Easy Rider's 2 offspring to him to solidify his features, and then took Dax in, which brings in his features: the neck, head, chest, shoulder. The Easy Rider and the Edge Blood brought in more of the top line, the rear mass, and the what the rear really is off him. There's no issues with Lucky's hocks. Like, he doesn't have slipping hocks or luxating patellas. And a lot of the dogs that are inbred, this is something that you'll see when they stand. They're straight up and down in the back because their kneecap slips all the way forward.
Yeah. Fantastic. So when you say a solid outcross, like, do you have like an example of what like that kind of bloodline would be looking like, or the pedigree per se?
Okay. Something I really like is Razor's Demon Boy and Lucky together.
Yeah.
So Lucky the Dax son, Demon Boy is 25% Dax line.
Yeah.
The rest of his blood is Razor's Edge. His Razor's Edge goes back to Dave stuff. Moonshine and Hennessy and Desperado goes back to that blood. So if you look at that going into what Lucky's Easy Rider is, it's complementary on both sides. The Dax, Lucky, and the Magoo lines up. The Razor's Edge from both sides matches up. So I've got an out, but it's still line bred in spots.
Yeah.
When you look at the percentage, it's still a 50-50.
Yeah.
An easier way to explain it to people that know Shamrock.
Yeah.
Shamrock's off of Lucky, but it's off of Lucky to a Lucky daughter. So if you go back 3 generations, it starts with, I used to own Phenom's brother. Took Phenom's to 100% edge female. Produced a 50-50. Her name is Black Gold. We took Black Gold to Lucky, who was a 50-50.
Yeah.
We created Utopia. Utopia is now a 50-50. Then I took her back to Lucky. So even though Shamrock and all of his littermates are 2 times Lucky, 2 times Dax, generationally, pedigree-wise, it's still a 50% ratio of Razor's Edge to Dax line.
Yeah.
So it's like the same formula on almost all of my stock.
Fantastic. Great.
But I'll go 25. I'll go 25-75, and I'll flip it either direction.
Yeah.
I can go 25% Dax line, 75% edge. I can go 75% Dax line, 25% edge. It's just I always keep an out in there for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I love my Razor's Edge blood. I really do. I understand it better because I've studied a lot of it. And if you want really nice rear assemblies, really nice movement, and honestly, really nice bone mass, some of those old edge lines are where it's at.
Yeah. So you would say a combo of Razor's Edge and Dex line those are the dogs you would pretty much need in your program to make it solid.
100%. That I run it. I mean, if you think about it, Dax's best sons.
Yeah.
If we're going Dax's top living sons, because Phenom, rest in peace, I loved Phenom. He was always, in my opinion, he was the number one. But Magoo and Lucky are both 50-50s, and both of them are prime examples of extreme American bullies that are both pockets. I mean, if you look at Magoo, his bone mass is unmatched, even by Lucky. Is an amazing. And if you look at Lucky, Lucky's muscle mass and his rear in his prime was unmatched. Both of those dogs are 50-50. Grand Champion G-Train, Jeremy Blood meets Dax, was a top producer in his time. And still for show ring productions, probably still holds it very high up. Judy Cook's an awesome woman. Really nice dog, too. But yeah, I think that the 50-50s are the best. When you think of Dax's best sons, his best sons are usually 50% Razor's Edge, and then the other percent sired by Dax.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you don't like in the blood, like Dax or Razor's Edge? Is there anything that it brings that you don't like necessarily?
Okay. I mean, I'm a breeder. I'll be open. So with the Dax line, you can run more into higher rears.
Okay.
Especially if you inbreed it.
Yeah.
You can run into more straighter stifles. You can run into features that are bulldog reminiscent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Lie when people ask questions. I'm pretty straightforward about it. The Dax line blood carries some bulldog features, and with it carries some bulldog faults.
Yeah.
And some of the edge blood that I love that throws like really nice rear assemblies, I don't necessarily get the face I like.
Yeah.
I like, for my personal breeding program, I like a short square muzzle. I like strong softball jaws, a 90-degree stop, scissor bite preferred. I'm not opposed to a scissor under on my own program. Personal preference. I don't mind it as long as it is touching. But yeah, there are features in each bloodline that I don't like. That's the point of trying to cross the two together, though, is to bring the best features from both together.
Yeah.
Because if we can do that, we can produce amazing dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, I've seen amazing breeds not produce the best dogs, and I've seen two really ugly dogs produce outstanding dogs, and you're like, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it's a new breed, guys. It's a gamble sometimes. But yeah, if trying to pull the best features out, yeah, I'm trying to get the rear assembly from the Razor's Edge dogs. But with that said, because I don't want anybody to be like, Alex Ferraro hates Razor's Edge. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Rockin' Ruby, amazing headpiece. If we're talking edge blood, Rockin' Ruby throws signature headpiece. Your Lockin' Low blood throws a signature rear assembly. You're not going to get much better rear movement than what the Lock and Load and the Bistro blood did. You know, each blood has its strong points. If you go back in the interview, you'll see I mentioned the comment about trying to complement where the dog's strong points are, and then where they're weak also complement them. So if you have a male that has phenomenal structure, great movement, his muzzle's a little longer than what you like a different head shape, then you'd want to find a female who has a phenomenal head shape, but still has a really nice front, a really nice top, a good rear assembly. You know, if his rear can complement her rear and improve it, awesome. And her face can improve his face, awesome. If the bloods click. There are very specific bloods that click. Like I use for my head, I use Grand Patron, Tennessee, Tombstone, G2. These are all signature headpiece. That's obviously. But in throwing those in, I've been able to, in my own program, change the headpiece and bring the headpiece I love forward. Male on my yard right now, Riot Luciano, an amazing shape. And he is lucky and all better. And the guys needed the better features from the head because I really can head, but I didn't sacrifice anything on the other areas. Sometimes it takes years to do that, but you can pull forward features, all the best features from each side, and end up with a really amazing dog.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. I'm just gonna open up the lines for everybody to ask their questions that they want to ask through and so forth. I just got one more question for you before everybody, but everybody can just prepare their questions and send them through, and then I'm gonna ask them to you. I just wanted to know, what tips do you have for South African breeders down here in South Africa? Any tips or anything you can share with us?
Honestly, just continue to bring in the best quality you guys can,
Yeah.
and try to keep your community together. That's one of the biggest problems that I see in trail internationally, and mainly and heavily here in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
is our communities get distorted and torn apart because people turn against each other.
Yeah.
Keep your South African bully community strong, people. Stay strong with your brother. Work with your fellow kennels. Improve the breed, because every kennel in South Africa right now is going to be representing the American Bully bloodline, and it will be so much easier for people to produce better dogs if they're working together instead of against each other.
Definitely.
So that's my best advice.
Yeah.
Keep the community strong.
Yeah, that's some very good advice, guys. I'm just gonna give him a round of applause for that. I saw what he did right there. And nice button. Thank you very much. Some good advice. Okay, I'm just gonna be waiting up for some questions from the viewers, and then I'm gonna ask them to you as soon as they coming in, and then I'm gonna give you a few of the questions, and then we get to it, and then after that we're good to go. We're done. Then you can get back to your life, bruh.
All right.
Sweet. I'm just waiting for a few of the questions. I'm just gonna put up the dog up here. The famous Lucky Luciano, guys. This is him over there. You see him over there, very nice boy. We have a boy from Lucky Luciano's son here in South Africa called Big Chief. So you get the blood the man is talking about right there. He's a direct son, and he pretty much looks similar to him. Pretty much looks similar. All right. Okay, we got a question over there. Let me just get it out. He says, what's your take on breeding between the standards? For example, a pocket to an XL.
You will end up with offspring. You will end up with some that take after the pocket, some that look classic, some that look like the XL. I personally feel like it's a bad idea. I know some breeders will do it because they bought a pocket and they bought an XL and they for these two dogs, and they're both registered as the same breed, so why can't they take them together? Because they're not complementary to each other. If you imagine trying to cram an XL's body down into a pocket frame, that's what you're genetically doing, is you're taking a large dog and a small dog and you're putting them together. And the facts are, we don't know what that does to their lungs, to their kidneys, to their livers, to their hearts. It also makes really funny scatterbred dogs. You end up with no consistency. I think it's best to breed pockets to pockets, standards to standards.
Yeah.
And for the people that click in what in between is, take a tall pocket to a short standard, that's acceptable. It's a good way to bring bone and mass back in. But I do feel like we should stay between a very, very close range. Because the XLs really need a lot of improvement in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Real XLs should be about 140, 150 pounds, massive bone, massive head. They should just look like a much larger standard.
Yeah.
So if we need less scatter breeding and less breeding just because we have it, and more breeding because it fits the breed standard.
Okay. Sweet. Any other questions, guys? Send them through. We got the main man himself, Alex Ferraro, right here, live in South Africa. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You gotta be asking your questions right now. He's not gonna be doing this again. Ask your questions through. Let's get all your answers, your questions answered, man. Let's get them answered, man. Once in a lifetime opportunity for you guys to get everything out there. Everybody's just saying it's a great answer. What you said, they're pretty much they're saying thank you for the answer and you explaining things. I just want we're getting a lot of people commenting saying that you're doing a very well interview over here, and they're enjoying it and it's very informative and stuff. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Send through the answer questions, guys. I'm gonna give you some time to send through some of your questions so that we can get Alex answering all our stuff that we needed to be answered. One of the things that was sticking out to me is that he was saying that we need to join the community, man. The community to unite so that the bully breed can grow more here in South Africa. Okay, we got a few questions, man. One person is saying he's been a lucky. Donovan Ackerberg is saying that I've been a lucky fan for the past 5 years. Shout out, Donna. And then we got a question from Gustavo. He's saying over here, what are you feeding the dogs?
Okay, so actually, a lot of people in like to feed raw. I don't feed raw at all.
Yeah.
I feed a grain-free kibble. It's sports mix, wholesome chicken and rice. It's I think 32% protein, 25% fat. I'd have to check the bag, but my dogs have done really well on it. I stopped doing raw about 3 years ago. I actually found out that the raw diets, because they're not a complete diet, can actually affect a female's fertility. And I had a couple females I was having a hard time getting pregnant. So after we switched over to a straight kibble, we had a lot better results.
Okay. So,
But that's what I feed: sports mix, wholesome chicken and rice.
okay. Sports mix also. It's also, it must be a whole grain kibble, basically.
Yeah, it's a grain-free kibble.
Yeah,
It's I don't really know. I'm actually at my friend's house. They might have a bag in the back because they have lots of dogs too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's a solid dog food. But I just recommend a brand that is well known and that you've done research on it. There's new brands of dog food popping up like every other week.
Yeah.
So go with a trusted brand when you're taking care of your pets and your family.
Definitely. I think we got Jamie saying, for upcoming breeder, what would be the ideal number of dogs to start with, and what split male and female?
1 and 3 for an up and coming breeder. Get yourself a nice stud.
Okay.
Don't start with a weak stud. If you can, try and get you the nicest stud you can, and get you 3 bad bitches. You want 3 exceptional females.
Yeah.
Also with your studs, I'm just going to go ahead and drop some knowledge. Your first litters are showcase litters. So if you have a stud and you take them to 3 weak bitches, they're not going to blame the weak bitches. They're going to blame your stud.
Yeah.
So your first 3 breeding, start your stud and you open them up, take them to the strongest females you can, or else you will be judged for it. They will hold it against your stud, so take your stud to strong bitches and, show the world what they can really do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say a strong stud and bitches.
Fantastic. We got another question here, saying, what should I look for when buying a pup that is 8 weeks old?
Believe it or not, you can see a lot on a puppy at 8 weeks old. If you hold the puppy up and you get it to relax, its shoulders will relax and its legs will relax.
Yeah.
As it relaxes while you can actually see the dog's shoulder assembly, its rear assembly, and how the overall puppy structure will be. This is on a completely relaxed puppy, not even standing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can see. I personally go for head and bone as well when making my picks. I don't necessarily pick the biggest puppies, but I look for a dog that has a very specific head shape. The reason why is the American Bully, as well as all other bulldog breeds, are a head breed.
Yeah.
So head is very important. It's one of the biggest things in the ring. If you show up with a dog that has a crazy massive body, and you get to the head and it has no jaw muscles, no underjaw, and just this long terrier muzzle, I don't care if it looks like the Hulk.
Yeah.
That head does not fit the head type in the written standard for the American Bully. So I always look at head, and I look at bone and mass. But I'm blessed to my wife. She's a judge as well, and she is amazing at picking apart structure. She's taught me a lot about making my picks now. So we go over the structure, and you can hold the puppy up, and when it relaxes, you can't see my hands what I'm doing, but it's like I'm holding the phone. But you hold the puppy up, and as it relaxes, you can actually see the shoulder assembly. You can see how it stands. But it would be how the puppy moves, how it walks around when it's standing there. How do its shoulders sit? Do its shoulders turn in? Do they converge? So when you're looking at it, does it look like an upside down triangle in the front, or is its front straight up and down on both sides? If you know what I'm saying. You want a nice straight front assembly.
Yeah.
And a lot of dogs will converge in the front because they're tied in at the elbow. When a dog's tied in at the elbow, even though the fronts are straight, because the elbow's in, it turns the foot out. So you can look at a puppy, and if you see that it's tied in as a puppy, you can actually tell this dog's front, when you look at it, is not going to be that wide. It's not going to be that straight.
Yeah.
Now, potentially they can grow into it. That is the flip side to it, is a dog that's slightly tied in at the elbow. As it grows, as its chest grows, it will pop that elbow out and straighten its front. So I guess there's a lot to look at on a puppy. It just depends on if you're picking for the show ring or if you're picking for wow factor.
Yeah.
Because some people want a wow factor dog, some people want a show dog. I want them both.
Sweet. So
right?
You definitely. What trait would you say is hard to get? Is it hard to get the heads or the strong rears? Which one is it that is the most hard to get as a breeder?
Okay, I guess it's kind of like answering a question with a question.
Yeah.
It really depends on what faults are there. That's which are the hardest to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like a snipe is in a way a fault. So if a dog has a strong snipey muzzle, if generationally you see 4 generations of snipey muzzle, it might be hard to fix that muzzle.
Yeah.
If a dog has bad assembly, it might be hard to fix the turn to stifle on that dog because for generations it has bad turn to stifles. But if you got a dog that came out with dogs with strong heads and it came out with a bad head, it wouldn't be hard to fix that head. You just need to head back in because there's head behind it.
Yeah.
So it's really what's there generationally that you need to look at.
Yeah.
Track that as much as you can, because just because dogs have the same pedigree, it doesn't mean that they're equal.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
That's why there's big name dogs and their litter mates, and their litter mates aren't doing the same thing.
Exactly.
They're genetically the same on paper, but genetically they're not the same because the genes didn't line up right on each dog the way that they did on the first dog.
Yeah.
The dog that's the producer is going to be different genetically.
Sweet. We got a question again from Jamie. He says, question, in your opinion, who is the most structurally sound XL bully?
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
As an ABK judge, it is a little hard for me to say that there is one XL that just stands out that would make me biased.
Yeah.
I am unbiased. So this is my unbiased answer. There are very nice XLs over in the UK that I saw. A big boy named Logan.
Okay.
He was very impressive.
Okay.
Never been in my ring. There is a really nice boy, I think his name is King Louis, that was in my ring that did very well. He's XL. But with all that said, there are hundreds of really nice XLs that are not coming out to the shows right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. There's a gentleman named Wes in Las Vegas or in the Vegas area that has monster dogs that have nice structure. Doesn't really come out and show. There's a lot of really nice dogs that do not come out and show. So I would love to see some more really nice XLs come out, because it's tragic when you see an XL that looks like a large American Pit Bull Terrier.
Yeah.
The XL look like an XL American Bully.
Yeah.
That's why I'm Logan in the UK, because man, that dog's leg is like a lion's leg. I use that reference in Africa. And dog has a damn lion leg for a leg, and he looks like a bully. He doesn't look like a pit bull. Like I saw him at AKC Nationals last year and was just like mind blown. He's a big. Structurally, he's sound too. He's a grand champion.
Yeah.
And there's another one that's over there, black one that's a grand champion. So, there's some really nice ones. I will say a personal favorite, grand champion Caribou Lou, back in like 2013, 2014. He was my ideal. But that.
Okay, sweet. I hope that answers your question. And then we got another question from Christina. They're saying that do puppies with higher forehead mean the head will be larger?
A strong top skull and skull is, you want a strong forehead, but really the way she describes higher, like how high are we talking? Because there's hydrocephalus, where a dog will have a very large, round forehead, and that's not good.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the thing when you're looking at the head shapes, you just got to make sure that the eye separation is right, the shape to the skull is right. You don't necessarily want a dog that looks like it has just so much foreskull that it's oh man, I don't really know how to explain it. You don't want their head swollen.
Yeah. So it must be like a equal proportion type of thing.
Yeah. I look for wide eye separation and a wide top skull, the separation between the ears and the top of the skull. And I look for the length between the nose. It should be double. If you were to set your hand on the dog's muzzle from right here to the top of the nose, the top skull should be double that.
Okay.
So this should be this.
Yeah.
But I definitely look at proportions when I look at the skulls. But at the same time, like I'm looking more for expression.
Yeah.
Like when the dog looks at you and it perks its eye, or it looks at you, it perks its ears, it cocks its head, it tightens its jaw. I look for a dog that looks serious.
Yeah.
I want that one that just kind of looks like it's going to be, I mean, I guess just amazing, that looks intimidating yet, beautiful, but with that wow factor that you're like, man, that dog's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I want my dogs to stop traffic. I want people to see my dogs and be like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah, definitely.
So I kind of want a dog that has that, so to speak, like that wicked look about him where you see him and you're kind of like, you want to pet him, but you're kind of intimidated.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Alex. I'm gonna give people just if you got more questions, we're gonna give you like 3 more minutes or so. Then you can send in your last questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So send in if you have any more questions. I'm gonna give you like 3 minutes or so, and then we're gonna let Alex wrap up and get back to what he was doing and stuff. You were saying you had a breeding or something right now before I called you.
My friends here at 22K Kennels, they just did a breeding with my wife's stud, and they dropped a litter. So we always go down and show support of our local friends and community, and we go down. If there's a C-section down in it's a small vet off us, so if there's 8, 9, 10, 12 puppies, it's nice to have an extra hand to help revive puppies.
Yeah.
But they just had puppies in the other room trying to, they're being fed right now, actually. But yeah, that's what we were doing. They were just, welcome puppies and hanging out with family and friends.
Fantastic. Would you recommend? I see you talking about C-sections. Would you recommend C-sections for all, like most pocket bullies, or it doesn't matter which bully? Would you say a C-section is the best thing to do?
If you are breeding to a dog that has a massive head, wide shoulders, the stocky built real American bully, you're going to want a C-section most likely.
Okay.
They can some have the puppies naturally, but 9 times out of 10 you will lose your best puppy.
Yeah.
And you have to lose your best puppy because you didn't get a C-section.
Definitely.
So I do recommend them 100%.
Sweet. C-sections recommended by the man himself. if you breed into a dog with a big, big, big head. Sweet. Thank you very much, Alex. If anybody got any questions, I'll share his Instagram handle and everything. You guys can DM him, man, and hit him up. I'm sure he'll be willing to answer everybody if we didn't manage to cover it here in the show. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us and giving us all this knowledge, man. The interview was very great. It was very informative, and you giving us a lot of knowledge. And I think we're gonna take it ourselves as the South African bully community, and we're gonna implement it in our side as well. And hopefully, one day you can also come and check out our dogs here and judge, yeah, by our shows, man.
I actually can't wait to come to South Africa and check it out. I've actually got a friend, Dean Kendall, there that did a breeding with Lucky, and I'm actually looking forward to getting to see Africa. That's like one of my last big places I haven't seen. I've
Fantastic.
been to 22 different countries. I've not been to Africa. So when this COVID-19 is over, guys,
Definitely.
I want to come. It's one of the most beautiful in the world. I need to see that.
Definitely,
You know,
bro. Let's
so
make it happen. And
do you guys have any?
sorry, I didn't hear
I'm
you.
sorry. Go ahead.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said I didn't mean to interrupt you. My apologies on
No
that. But
problem.
yeah,
No.
I definitely want to come down to South Africa. So, if you guys ever have any questions or want to talk about dogs or anything about how to improve the community, feel free to message me anytime. I'm more than happy to work with people there. I love helping build new communities when it comes to the American Bully and the breed. So, you guys are more than welcome to hit me up anytime.
Fantastic. It's amazing round of applause, guys. That's an amazing guy, an amazing interview. Very passionate about the American Bullies. Alex Ferraro, the guy from Luckyline and Double D Bullies. Man, that's a great interview. Thank you very much for all the information, man. We're going to make sure you come over here and judge the shows, man. And check over the Instagram. I do head-to-heads with the South African dogs, and you can see how the dogs are looking, and maybe you tell me which one you like there.
For sure, for sure. I'll definitely check them out, brother. I appreciate you. If you need anything else, man, feel free to hit me up on the Instagram.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for the interview, sir. I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir.
Sweet.
Take it easy, brother.
Fantastic, fantastic, guys. We just did our interview with the main man himself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did a fantastic, fantastic interview with Alex Ferraro right there. Brilliant man. Got some very, very good answers. I hope everybody got information and knows now how to improve their lines and everything. I just want to go through all the winners yesterday's show so we can just give them some love, man. We had a very incredible show head to head yesterday. And we had some good ass dogs, man. The females were looking fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Oh, before we go into that, just want to say, if you're in Cape Town, there is a show that's gonna be happening as soon as this lockdown is done. We just want to tell you guys in Cape Town, come up with all the bullies, man. You hear Alex saying the Axel's not coming out and what is not coming out. Come in, guys. Come to the show and support. As soon as we get a date for the show, we're gonna put it out here. Cape Town, bring all your nicest dogs, man. Let's see it. We haven't had a show there. It will be fantastic to see what your dogs will be producing. I'll also be myself coming there. I'll be profiling the show, and then we're gonna check it out. We're gonna do something incredible right there, right? So please come through. Please come through, guys. Sweet. So we got our females from yesterday. I just wanted to give a round of applause for all the people that competed with in the competition for the head-to-head. You guys have amazing dogs, lovely, lovely, lovely dogs, man. South Africa's doing some amazing stuff. I mean, you hear the man Alex saying he wants to come through, man. So, by the looks of things, he will be coming very soon because the dogs are looking amazing, man. I'm just gonna give a round of applause for Monster Bullies, Zazu, who won the fan favorite yesterday. Everybody was loving her. We're just giving her a round of applause right there. Young puppy, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And then we got another winner from the head-to-heads. They went together. We had the siblings that went together, went on a head-to-head from the same letter and everything. And then we had this dog over here win. Tara, right there. East Coast Bullies. Shout out for your win, guys. Your dogs are looking lovely. Fantastic, guys. That's a lovely female over there. She from Mazaki and Blue, and yeah, she did a head-to-head with her own sister, man. And she did well. Amazing dog. And then we got another one who won. Muka over here, ABE production from it's with Ultimate Bullies, Kong, and ABE's Nefertiti, and then she won against Brandy from MBS production with Joker and Gigi and Aliyah. I think that's her over there. Shout out to her, guys. Shout out to her. She did the most. Man. She did a win right there. And then we got a win also from with Crossfire Bullies and Coco against Katana from 626 Bully Camp. We're just gonna give her a round of applause for doing well too. Fantastic female. She did her win. She did her round. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. And then we got another win over here. Before I just forget, we had it against Poison Ivy and Cataluna. I just want to get the picture over there. I'm just missing it over here, so I can show you guys. But she's a lovely female. Went against her and she won, guys. She won. Was looking amazing. Where's that picture, man? I had it right here not so long ago. Where is she? I don't know where she is. But okay, when I find it, I'm gonna share it to you guys. She won against Poison Ivy, and today she's going up against RBKC's Lux. This dog over here from the USA. They're going against each other. So please go vote for her, guys. Go vote for her. Let's just put South Africa in back. Let's let her win. Let's help each other out, guys. Let's help each other out, and then we can do something fantastic and keep growing the bullies, man. Okay, I got the picture right here. Where is it? There we go. I'm gonna put it up right now so you guys can see. There she is, Katiluna. She went up against Poison Ivy and she won. Let's just give her a round of applause, guys. Fantastic. Then submit more of your dogs, guys. Let's do another competition. Let's keep going. I got a few submissions from some of our American guys as well that we're gonna be going against with our own females, and then I'm gonna do the head-to-heads from the starts I did last time with the males, with the standards and so forth. We didn't do a head-to-head for them, but we're gonna do a head-to-head, and you guys can vote and everything, and then we get it going, eh? And then yeah, shout out to my sponsor for the food, Elaine over here. You know, she made me them things. Donovan and whoever's in Cape Town, you can't get these goodies because you're in Cape Town, man. Sorry, man. You guys gonna have to move and come through Joburg so you guys can get some goodies from Elaine over here. She's a professional chef and she's killing it, man. I gotta say, she's killing it, man. I gotta say. So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining the show. We showed you all the doggies at one, and then we're gonna be going head-to-head again. You can vote on Instagram and you can vote on Facebook. It's on my story on Facebook, Bully Club TV. There's all the social media. On Facebook it's Bully Club Co. On Instagram is Bully Club _ On YouTube is Bully Club TV. But we're just gonna post all the interviews on YouTube. But then yeah, for the heads-to-heads, Bully Club Co. and Bully Club _ for Instagram. Go on there and vote for the dogs. We're gonna put them head to head. Keep sending me your dogs. And let's keep promoting them. Let's put them head to head and let's do the thing, eh? And then we got another international interview on Sunday. I'm gonna reveal it closer to the date. And then we're also gonna have we're gonna take it back and appreciate all the dogs from the past that made it happen for us over here, so we can have the dogs we're having over here, baby. So you guys I hope you guys are ready for that, man. I hope you guys are ready for that. So I hope you guys are ready, and we're going to do it again next week, Sunday, international interview, and then during the week, we're going to do the head-to-heads, and we're going to be smashing it with the head-to-heads. Send me your females, send me your dogs, we're going to be doing it. The ones that won, you're more likely, if you want to challenge them, you got a nice dog, and you think you can beat them, send me through. We're going to do a head-to-head with them, and then we're going to see if they can still keep up and keep doing a thing. Guys, this is Bully Club TV. It is what it is. We are live and loaded. We did an interview with Alex Ferraro. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're about to be out and about. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview and you're having a good time. Have a great evening, everybody. It is Bully Club TV. Live, baby. Live, baby. Yeah. Let's be out. I'm gonna play you guys a tune. Sweet, guys. Send me your dogs. Let's make it happen. Sweet. All of fresh, baby. All of fresh. Bullet Club TV. Yeah. Hey. Let's go. Subscribe and follow to us, baby. Bullet Club TV. We're gonna do it every week. We're killing the show, man. First time in South Africa, live. We're talking to American, international breeders, local breeders, showcasing all the dogs in the world, baby. That's what it is. Thank you guys for joining me. We had a great interview with Ferraro. Shout out to Ferraro, Luckyline, Double D Booties, baby. The man is very knowledgeable. You can tell he loves his dogs. My number's right there. Hit me up. Yeah, my number's out there. Hit me up. Send me your dogs. Just put them up head to head, baby. Every week we're doing a head to head. The guys that won, if you want to challenge them, come through and challenge them. Let's do it, okay? Let's do it. Come through and challenge us, man. Sweet. I'll see you guys again next week, Sunday, with an international interview. And during the week, we'll be doing our head to heads. And we're going to be celebrating our past with all the dogs that put it down and put the foundation up for us, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bullet Club TV, baby. Bullet Club TV, baby. It's Bullet Club TV, baby. Bullet Club TV. Hope you guys have a good one. Had a good one. We're doing it big, baby. We're doing it big every week. Come and join us. Yeah. Good night, everybody. It's Bullet Club TV. It's your host with the most easy. Catch me next week with international interview and more during the week. Bullet Club TV, baby, doing it live. Follow us over there, Facebook, Bullet Club Co. Follow us on Instagram, Bullet Club _ and hit us up on YouTube. We're gonna be posting all the interviews on YouTube so you can watch them again there. And also it's on our stories, baby. Bullet Club TV. Thank you for joining us. Signing out.